All right, and we are live. We are back. Thank you so much for listening, joining us once again for the All Things Comedy podcast right here in the SlapStik studios. We have two guests today, not five, but just two, so I'm sure we can have fun with this. We have Caitlin Menosky. Did I pronounce that right?
Menosky.
Menosky. Okay, Caitlin. And Zach Harley.
Yep. What's
Zach
up, man?
Harley, how you guys doing?
I'm doing great.
Doing great, man.
Doing good. Glad to be here.
Absolutely.
You happy it's the new year?
I don't
Happy
care.
that all the Christmas stuff is over with?
Oh no, I like the Christmas stuff. We didn't get any snow. Christmas
my
isn't even
God.
real anymore.
It's
We didn't get any snow. It doesn't. I feel like we're in like California half the time.
it can stay like this for me. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, like not a big opposer of global warming at this point, but I mean, at the same time, want a little, snow on just Christmas. It can melt on the 26th, but I want the snow.
Right. You want the snow for Christmas?
I want the snow for Christmas. Yeah.
What about you, Caitlin?
Well,
You like
gift
snow?
giving season is over for me until September when my birthday is. So everything that I need, I'm going to have to buy for the next
You have
9
to
months.
buy till the birthday time, huh?
Yep.
Okay, I don't know if you guys know how we do things here. It's All Things Comedy Podcast. We're going to just dive into all things comedy, no current events, and be as comedic as possible with your responses. I'll shoot out some questions. We'll have fun with them. And you guys ready?
Oh, I thought this was an ASMR podcast.
That's funny.
I left my nails long just for this.
That is funny.
Ew.
Just for it.
Just
I watch
yeah.
those all the time.
Ew, that's a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like nails on a chalkboard reference.
No,
Oh, people
they'll
just
be like,
why?
They make money doing it too.
Ew. Cut your nails. All right.
Really? They
Yeah.
make money doing it?
That's what I'm saying.
Lots.
This is a crazy world we
I'm gonna
live
have to
in
grow
right
out
about
my
now.
nails.
Is it? Yeah. Some press-ons or something.
Yeah, right. I'm getting some acrylics
They're fake
tomorrow.
nails, yeah.
Making money by
Oh, Dolly
Friday.
Parton.
Yeah. Yeah.
9 to 5. Yeah.
Who'd she do that with? I saw that. That was
Yeah, Dolly
weird.
is like, she was like beatboxing with her
She
nails.
used another part of her body for drums. It was a crazy performance.
Yeah, Dolly. I always loved Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton had real boobs
no.
Not
No?
since
Well,
the
underneath.
70s.
underneath the. Yeah, the nipples are real.
It's like a wall. Under all that paint, there's the eventual.
There's eventual person
Yeah.
there somewhere.
Well, she did say that if she wasn't a woman, she'd be a drag queen. So,
Well, that speaks volumes.
yeah.
It does. It really does. Okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
All right, Zach, I'll let you take the first one. We'll start out with the first one. Have you ever seen an audience walk out on a comic, and why? If you have you ever seen like people get up and walk out?
Yeah, I've had a front row seat to that one. Standing on stage at a paid show.
At a paid show?
And I had two old ladies. I just watched them. They packed up their stuff and walked out that door. And then I saw another person said when they walked out, they said, "Can we swear on this or no?"
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
sure,
all right.
sure.
They didn't say that.
It's
I
an
didn't
adult
want to, They said that was the worst shit I ever seen, and they left. And I was on stage when they said that.
Wow.
I think I've joked about death one too many times, and they were probably close to it.
80.
And, yeah, out in Zanesville.
So you think that was the reason they walked out?
I mean, my whole set probably had something to do with it, but yeah.
And you were getting paid that night?
I got paid that night.
Did you feel like
yeah.
you were stealing?
Yeah, I did. I
I had the same feeling a long time ago. I'm like, I'm taking their money.
I almost texted the dude that booked me that I was like, I don't even deserve that money. And then I was like, you are stupid for that. You have rent to pay, dude. Get your money.
Exactly.
But I know.
Exactly.
I felt bad. I felt bad
I mean, if
about
you were a
it.
boxer and got knocked out, you still want your fucking
Well, yeah,
money.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
right
I
on
mean,
that.
come on.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is emotional pain. This lasts
Yeah,
more than 24 hours.
exactly,
Yeah, I'm
exactly.
talking 6 months ago, I'm still crying about it.
Caitlin, what about
Damn
you?
Ethel.
Ever seen anybody get walked out on?
So I was on that same show.
So she
No,
saw
were
him walk
you-
out on me.
You saw, you're a witness?
To add to that, another middle-aged lady, about my mom's age, who after the show was just like, yeah, no, we waited in the lobby. We didn't want to. She loved that, pointing to her teenage daughter, and her daughter's just like, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was me. I was the initiator.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people walk out.
Yeah.
That's the only people I've seen walk out on you, though. Is that little?
Yeah, so I did a show in Shawnee, Ohio, tiny little town. I thought it was a ghost town because I grew up near there and I never saw anybody in like the one block. But turns out there are living and breathing humans in Shawnee, Ohio. One guy said, and he hit his legs and he goes, I've seen enough. And then he just goes towards the door.
He Midwest left on your
Yeah.
comedy show.
I've seen enough. Wow.
Still
That
stood
is
in the
funny.
parking lot for 20 minutes like, I don't know if I should get out of here or not.
Yep.
That's funny.
Only time I've ever seen anybody walk out, it was a long time ago. I was opening for Rudy Ray Moore, Dolomite,
Oh,
the
yeah?
original
Yeah.
Dolomite. Yeah, God rest his soul. And Dolomite is really, really dirty. I mean, really dirty.
Yeah. That was his thing.
And a couple of women were like, oh, no. I guess they were like Christian. They didn't know what to expect, I guess. They didn't know who he was. I mean, know the comic before you go to the show. I mean, you shouldn't even have been there if you didn't know what type of comic he was.
Yeah.
And so when he comes out, he says, yes, my name is Rock, and I've been known to knock the lining out the average bitch's cock. And they was like, oh, no. They got up.
Out immediately.
They got up immediately. Like, no. We're going to say our Hail Marys right now. Like,
They didn't even sit down. They just squatted. They were like,
oh, my God.
Nope,
It was crazy. It was crazy. I was like, what are you doing? I mean, you should know who this guy is.
They found out real quick,
Yeah,
didn't
really,
they?
immediately.
My name is Dolomite. All right, that's all we need.
Like
Thank
Bruce
you.
Lee's little brother, Quickly. They found out like right away. Like this guy is bananas, and he doesn't slow down. He's just
He's just
1,000 miles an hour, and my God, it was crazy. Okay, Caitlin, who else needs to believe in you for you to make it? Do you believe? Just you, or you need any moral support, any family? What? Who needs to believe in Caitlin?
So to make it in terms of like being successful, I
Yeah.
think just you, but to have a well-rounded life, your family, your partner, your everybody else, your friends. I think you can definitely be successful monetarily in terms of just you and you know,
Sure.
me and myself. But like, I think it can be a very lonely life. It can be a hard life, especially if you're on the road a lot. So getting that buy-in and that support from all of your loved ones, I think is very important. That wasn't funny in the slightest, but it was true.
Let me ask you this. Say you made it pretty big, and some people, family members, let's say a few family members, who told you never make it, asked to borrow money. You lending it?
So here's the thing. Silver lining of being estranged, I don't have to worry about that.
Cutting off ties every rung of the ladder you reach, huh?
That's why I was hurting for those Christmas gifts, man. I didn't get a lot.
Wait, Zach, what do you think? Same question. Who else needs to believe in Zach?
You know that guy in the back of the room at the bar that has a drink, and even though he paid to be there, he doesn't want to pay attention to your set?
Or he doesn't want to act like he's paying attention.
If I could get that guy to laugh, that's all I need.
Yeah.
I don't need any family. I need that guy that doesn't want to listen,
Right.
to be like, oh, damn.
The guy who's probably had the worst day of his life.
That was pretty good. And then start paying attention. If I get that guy to laugh, then I will be good.
And see, that's why it's wild when people like pick like from stage, and especially in like a bar show, will pick on people not listening. No, you just have to create that FOMO. You have to
you
give
go.
everybody else laughing so that guy turns around and goes, well, what am I missing?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what you want to do. You don't want to alienate anybody. You're not allowed.
Yeah.
Just make it worse.
Yeah.
You know?
No, make it. Yeah. If that guy can, then I will be fine. And to your second question, I am definitely cutting off people if I make it big.
If
And
they
they're
tell
like,
you you're not going to make it, Zach, you're not going to do shit. You're not going to make it. And then they want to borrow money.
I had an uncle at Christmas. It was like 2 years ago. And he goes, "Oh, you're doing comedy, huh?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I never would have guessed it." And walked away.
No,
That guy's not getting money.
not at all.
And that's the relative that wants money
He can
worse
need a
than any
single
other
bypass.
relative. That's his only topic, and he ain't going to get any. I'm not.
Not helping out the family.
"Oh, you needed surgery, sir?" "I don't think so." "You came up to me and said, I don't see it, so you're out."
You're out.
And
You're
so
out.
is your kid.
Wow. Wow.
It's called a cousin. It's a family tree.
I tell you what I do. I'd lend them the money, but you don't get to come to see me. You don't get free tickets. You don't get any of that type of stuff. If you were in dire straits, I'd probably lend you the money if I really had it. I had a
Right.
bunch of it. But you don't get to come and see me now. Don't act as if you're a fan now just because, the money's rolling in.
You could be real mean, give a free ticket to all of his friends, and then make him pay double.
Make him pay double.
Yeah. For the and it's the worst
that's-
seats in the
yeah,
house.
yeah.
Too.
And
Or
way in
not
the
even
back.
double, just normal pay.
But just way in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have to buy a ticket though.
That sounds about right.
I've never met your friends, but they
That
can
sounds
come
about
to
right,
any
too.
show they want.
Yeah. I mean, you got to show them something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your disapproval some type of way.
It's like the seat at the ballpark behind the I-beam. It's like that's your seat.
Yeah,
you can
that's your
come, but
seat.
you have to sit there.
Caitlin, profanity. What do you think about comics using profanity?
I think it can definitely be used effectively. I think swearing for the sake of swearing definitely diminishes the impact. But and he can attest. I have one joke where the punchline is a swear word, and it's used very deliberately because I'm doing an impression of me as a 7-year-old.
Of course.
So I think it's a good tool in the hands of a good comic.
Zach, what do you think? Swearing?
I don't swear that much. I mean, sometimes I do. If I'm feeling a little looser, like I'm just talking to the crowd, I might. But like when I write jokes, I'm not. I'm trying to come up with something funnier. But
Right.
yeah, like I have a joke of a kid in a classroom swearing. Right? Like I'm not using the swear word. The kid is. He said it. You know. And then the other kid. If you swear,
Got to do it in third person, right?
right, yeah. It can't be. If it's coming from a kid, that's funny.
Yeah.
Kid says shit. That's funny. That is that. There's nothing funnier. But I like Mike Birbiglia a lot, and he said, "Don't become the swear guy." It's like if I said marshmallow 25 times in my set, I would be the marshmallow guy.
Yeah.
Don't be the swear.
The fuck you man.
Yeah. Don't use
Eddie
don't-
Murphy, fuck you. Yeah.
Hey, fuck Eddie. Eddie, fuck you, Eddie. Yeah. No, yeah, don't say it more than any other word. If you're going to say it, that's fine.
Yeah.
But don't just say it to say it.
Yeah, I tell young comics all the time, don't write it into your material. When you're writing your material, don't write swear words into the joke. Now, if you're going to add that,
Right.
like later, do that later, but don't write them into the joke. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just,
I think you can create a funnier word, too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can too. Expand on your vocabulary.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You can always dirty it up later.
You can
can't
always
clean-
dirty
it's
it
so
up
hard to
later.
clean it
Yeah.
up afterwards.
Yeah, that's so true.
It gets in the cracks. It's terrible.
Zach, if someone asks to see a clip before they book you, how long should that be?
A clip?
Yeah, a clip. Like send us a clip of your stand-up.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes. I think that's the perfect time. What do you think, Caitlin?
5 minutes, unless they're asking for a longer set, and then I'll offer like, hey, here's my 5-minute clip, but you're booking me to do 25. I have a longer set if you would like to see that, because I do understand 20 and a plus. 5 minutes might not totally capture because there's kind of that flow to a longer set that they might want to see.
Yeah.
So I offer it. I don't send it.
Okay, that makes sense. I think 5 minutes is plenty. They can judge from 5. If you can see I'm funny in 5 minutes, then I don't know
Right.
what type of comedic judge are you? You know what I mean?
I feel like 5 minutes is a long time. When I was
It is.
when I was
It
sending
is.
out radio reels, it was like, hey, if they listen for more than 90 seconds, you probably get the job. Like they were listening to these things for like 15, 20 seconds. Next.
Right.
Like
right.
I'm like, you want a whole 5 minutes? That's 300 seconds. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's so long.
People, young comics don't understand the time. I'm like, you got 20 minutes? They like, yeah, I got 20 minutes. I'm like, well, what are they? Like 21-minute jokes? You know, that's 20
Right.
minutes, right? You know how long a minute is? I mean, just think of you doing like Rodney Dangerfield doing one-liners.
Right.
And he's headlining. You know how many fucking jokes he had to tell
That's what,
for 45 minutes?
What's that? 3 a minute?
It-
That's like 3 or 4 a minute.
3 or 4 jokes a minute.
A minute.
A minute.
And those jokes
he-
probably got multiple punches in them.
Sure,
You
sure.
know?
They- multiple punchlines in the joke, but do you realize how many jokes he has to have to do an hour?
400?
Yeah, 400 jokes.
Give or
And see,
take.
young comics don't know how to break it down like that. You know what I mean? Like, how long is your
Right.
like regular joke? How long is it? And they don't understand. 30 seconds is a long time to be talking.
Oh yeah.
You know, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That's a long time to just be talking. Like if I sit here and just talk for 30
Just
seconds,
talk-
that's
it's
a
a
long
long time.
It's a long time.
You just talked for 5 seconds. I was
Yeah,
like, all right,
I-
man. Gee. No, I'm
They
just
have
kidding.
young comics, you have to learn how to break your timing down. This is how you judge your jokes. This is how you know how much time you got because you know how much time each joke takes.
Right. Right.
I mean, that's,
And understanding that, yeah.
yeah, comedy 101. Do you guys eat before shows or after?
I don't have enough money to make that decision. Whenever I can.
It's either drinking or eating. You're like, I'll have a drink.
I ate today before I came here because I hadn't eaten all day. So I was like, now's my time.
Right.
If I eat later, it's going to be only late night offerings. And so
Right.
and then I had discount boneless wings at the bar across the street.
How about that?
And they said, what do you want? I said, water, man.
Water, yeah. Chase this down.
Yeah. Let me get the barbecue wings and
Yeah,
some water.
Water and 6 lemons.
And it's celery free. Can I get some celery? Yeah.
Caitlin, same.
Oh yeah. No. Usually after because I have to wait to get paid. That's when I'm buying food.
That's when you're buying food.
Yeah. Throw it on the tab.
Sometime if I'm really, really famished and we're doing a couple shows, say it's the Funny Bone or something, I might eat a little something in between.
I'll try to have some. If I'm actually answering this, it's something light. I just give me something light so I'm not feeling down, and then afterwards I'll eat like some real food, you know. But yeah, like little just something appetizer in between. Perfect.
Yeah. You got to watch what you eat too on the road. If you become a really successful comic, you're going to be in clubs with shitty food all the time. Well, not shitty food, but just like
Your stomach's not gonna like it if you have it
wings
for
and-
10 days in a row.
there you go.
Right.
There you go. So you have to get some fruit and some vegetables. I got guys that I've been on for 20 years and their health is shit.
Yeah, because
I've
that's
had
all
plenty
they
of
eat.
friends that passed away. Plenty of them. At least 10, 15 friends that have passed away since I've been doing stand-up, and they didn't take care of themselves.
I knew a lot of old radio people and newspaper people. They only ate. They were sports reporters, so they
Sure.
only ate press box food.
Right.
That's pizza. That's hot dogs. That's burgers.
Yeah.
That's all the stuff. There's not one vegetable there. They might have like some baby carrots that they bring, but that's it. Like no, you gotta have a fruit guy. You gotta have that guy.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. Young comics, you have to take care of yourself. You have to watch what you eat. I've had a lot of friends who've had a lot of bad health because they didn't. Crowd work, guys. Do you do it to build the crowd up or to tear them down? Caitlin?
I've done that to 2 hecklers, and all the time that I've done comedy to tear them down. So mostly building them up, I would say.
Zach? Tear down or build up?
If I'm approaching them, I think if you approach them, then yeah, build them up. But if they attack you, it's
Tear
whatever
down.
they deserve.
Yeah. It's
You
go
know?
for broke.
Yeah. Yeah. If you started it, like if the comic starts it, yeah, don't just be like, yeah, ugly shirt, your face is stupid. Like, that's not fun.
Right.
But if they start it, I'm finishing
If they
it.
started it, then all right, stupid face, you have an ugly shit.
Right, you're supposed to.
But yeah, if you're gonna start it, don't be just to be mean.
There was a heckler at a show I did in Madison, Indiana. Just the whole time, multiple comics just heckling. Eventually, the guy on stage just goes, "Kill yourself." And 250 people cheered because they were just so sick of this guy. And that's what's wild about people that will go in just guns a-blazing on crowd work. And you're like, no, the audience is already on your side because that guy is interrupting show.
Right.
This is, of course, with hecklers, not just with anybody in general, but it's always wild to me when people go nuclear and you're like, no, they like you because you're the one that they paid to see.
Yeah. I think that's why I learned early on to be first, to go out and establish my respect really early on. So they can sit back and relax like, okay, he's funny. Now they can relax and I can just do my stuff.
Right.
So I'll go out 100 miles an hour for the first 5-10 minutes, and then I can relax because they've relaxed. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna go out just halfway. No, I'm gonna go out and for about 10 minutes.
So you're at 1,000% as soon as you hit the stage.
Exactly.
And then you go back
And then I relax.
to relax.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
As soon as the crowd does, I do. Because soon as they say, okay, he's funny, they're convinced, now I can relax and just do my set. So
what, are you using some of your best material right at the top?
No, all of it is,
Well, right, but So I heard of a comic he's like, I got A, B, C, and D jokes, right? Like A is killing, working literally anywhere I can go in a supermarket and it works. B, it's going to work most of the time unless the crowd is, just not with you and whatever. Crowd's not with you, is not with you. C, it's going to work about 75% of the time. A little more, maybe it's the way you tell it doesn't work all the time. And then D, it's like it works like 50% of the time. Are you going A jokes off the top?
The way I write, I'll say, like, I'll have 4 or 5 closers at the beginning.
Okay.
That's how I write. That's how I set up my act. So it's going to be like 4 or 5 closer jokes that I could have closed with. Right at the beginning. I'm a smash in the beginning. And now I can relax. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to build the show to a crescendo, like, it's from here to here and slowly reach a peak. No, I'm going to start out with 3 or 4 closer jokes. And I can relax, and then I can just go in and they'll let me tell stories or whatever now. You know what I mean? As soon as you get the audience, and when they sit back, you got them. They sit back like, okay, let's listen.
Okay.
They're funny. Instead of just trying to start out from, okay, we're going to go to A to Z. No, start out at W sometime.
Okay.
Start out at M sometime. M-N-O. Then go back. That's how I write.
All right.
Okay.
Instead of, what do you think? What do you think, Caitlin?
Usually I start off with a one-liner. And I also, typically, it's something related to the way that I am on stage, my appearance, something easy, because oftentimes I'm the only woman in the lineup, and I'm also a very soft-spoken person, just in general.
No shit.
And so,
no shit, Caitlin. No shit.
And so, yeah, I'm on that ASMR. Thank you so much for joining us today. But no, so I tend to crescendo my jokes in that sometimes I've noticed that when I come in and I say something, obviously I'm on stage voice, but it's kind of like right here energy-wise, they'll kind of lean in, and then that makes the impact when I do end up getting really loud, doing a lot of act-outs, hit even harder because they were already, it's kind of like when somebody thinks that you're going to bunt, and so they pull in the outfield a little bit.
Right.
And then
and
if I
you
absolutely,
hit away.
yep. So that's something that works for me.
Third baseman in the face with the ball.
That's always the goal whenever I'm on stage.
Yeah, to just knock out the third baseman. There goes number 6.
But
He's out.
Caitlin, you ever been hit on after a show?
Honestly, I'm terrible at telling, so probably yeah, and I didn't notice.
I was going to ask what happened after. But
Probably yeah is a wild answer.
probably, yeah.
Probably
I
yeah.
don't know. When he felt my ass, I thought,
Well, there was a one guy. We did a show in Dunbar, West Virginia, and this guy is like, you have really beautiful eyes, and I just said, but did you think I was funny? Because my boyfriend can tell me I have beautiful eyes at home. I have compliments at home. Did you like the show?
yeah. Did you like the show?
Which is just.
Like, I'm not going anywhere with you. Did you think I was
It
funny?
was encapsulated by your eyes
Zach?
from 40 feet away.
Yeah. Zach, ever been hit on after a show?
No,
No?
it's kind of baloney, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, girls, what are we doing?
See, wait till you really start killing. I mean,
I got nothing
murdering.
going on.
It's
Come on.
going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool,
I was hit on one time, and this girl says, I'm about to F the shit out of you tonight. I said, hey,
be nice.
I said, my wife is over here. I said, don't say that. Don't talk to me. You're disrespectful as hell. If my wife heard that,
Yeah.
and I wasn't even married at the time, but I just said that. I just said it to make her feel bad.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a whore. Who you think
Yeah.
you're approaching with this?
I would have liked that sentiment. I would have loved if someone came up. I'm gonna F. Yeah, you are. Let's go. Come on.
Let's go right now. And you better not be lying about it.
How about this? Actually, first you get the tab because I don't have any money. I wouldn't lie about a fake wife. I would be like, I am single. That's rock.
Exactly.
That's rock. Right on.
Caitlin, what reason would it take for you to do a pro bono show, a free show? What reason? What good reason? If they called you and asked you, Caitlin, we want you to come and do a pro bono show, what would be one of the reasons you would say yeah?
Potentially if it was a fundraiser, not a charity organization, but like a fundraiser, like if someone had lost their house, the kind of thing that you can't get corporate sponsors for.
Right.
Like if the National Breast Cancer Society wants to hire me for a show, they have money.
They
should
pay.
pay.
Yeah.
But yeah, something small like that, family lost a house, raising funeral costs, whatever you would do for a GoFundMe, I could potentially do that for pro bono, especially if I knew that person, knew people that were close to them, I would offer that.
Zach, same question.
I only want you to clip up the part where she said not charity. That's the only part I want you to clip.
Yeah.
She said screw charity. Me? Charity? I don't think so. I'll do if your house burns down, but if you help build houses, I don't think so.
Habitat for Humanity pays.
Yeah,
they have
do.
Jimmy Carter money. They pay.
They pay.
Free show.
What would it take?
Less than 25 minutes away, and I'm not doing anything. It's not that hard to book me, guys.
For those of you just listening, he's looking at his calendar right now.
I'm like more.
Yeah, let me see. Here, you see all the empty dates?
I'm like
up
more
here?
of Caitlin. I've been asked to do many pro bono shows. I mean, for like United Way and the homeless shelter. I've done it for the homeless before.
That's cool.
Like several times. I remember when Mayor Coleman was being elected, they were going to have the inaugural party and everything, and they called me and asked me to do it for free, and I said, hell no. And I'm a good friend. I know Mayor Coleman very well.
Yeah.
He used to come and see me all the time. Funny Bone, Comedy Stop, he would be there. But I told him no. I mean, you guys got money. Everyone else is going to be getting paid.
They got money.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, that's a government thing. Yeah. You got to pay double.
If you guys having a band, they say, yeah, the band's getting paid. I'm sorry. The
Band
band's
ain't
not going to
playing for
be,
free.
they're not playing for free.
No.
They're not. They're not. So, yeah, it depends. If the people have money, then you got to pay. Come on. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, you got to pay. But if
should
you're
have
like,
to
hey,
pay.
can you jump on the show? All right, cool. Unless if it was for a government person, I would have to think about it for sure. for sure.
I'd love to get some of my tax money back.
Yeah, I would love to be able to pay my taxes this year. Not that I don't pay my taxes.
Yeah, well, that's why I, under a pseudonym name, Stephen G. That's not my government.
Right.
So.
See, damn.
Good
that's where I
luck
messed
catching
up.
me.
I mean, yeah, that's not my real name either. I'm Emilio.
I'm Emilio. I'm Dak.
Chavezky. What race is that?
Dak Barley. Did I say Zach or Dak?
Dak Barley, right.
I meant Dak Barley.
Creator of barley and hops, exactly.
Man.
I
All
didn't
right.
create the motorcycle. I got the thing. I made the thing that gets you drunk so you get pulled over on one.
Zach, this is something I want young comics to really listen to. I want both of your perspectives on this. If a joke doesn't do well, doesn't go over, do you acknowledge it or just go right on through with your stuff?
Depends what the crowd is. Depends where you're at with that crowd. I'll do both, if it doesn't work. A lot of times I will power through. I'm a good power thrower. But sometimes, if like a lot has worked, say I'm doing 20 and we're halfway through, but they like the
And
first
you're
part,
killing, yeah.
I'll be like, all right, and I'll fake write down, like, don't tell that joke ever again,
Right,
and then
yeah.
I'll put it in my fake pocket and keep rolling. But if I'm just trying out new stuff, I'll just mental check. All right, that one didn't work here. Let's figure out
And
why.
roll right through
Yeah.
and act as if it was a setup for another joke. That's what
a
you
good
do.
idea.
Caitlin, what's your take?
Yeah, very much the same. I power through most of the time. If it's a crowd that, even if it's just a table that really likes me and they might like that, I'll definitely point out like these guys get it. These guys are with me. Of every joke that I've told in a show, very specifically in a show, usually there's at least one person that's even just a smile and a nodding at me. Like I don't do a lot of super like controversial material, nothing super topical. That's just what I choose to do. And so very rarely have I lost an entire room. I've lost most of them, but I haven't lost an entire room. Even if it's just the person that's paid to be there with the bar. They'll be nice.
How about that? Just person that's paid to be there.
They'll give me a smile.
That's called a bartender.
Yes.
All right.
I'm familiar.
That was just for the listeners. I had to think about who that was for a second. Like, who's paid to be there? Dishwasher.
Caitlin, take this.